It's the beginning of another weekend. Welcome to the show. I am Morayo Afolabi Brown, as always. I don't do this alone. I have my friends here. Hi, ladies.
Good morning.
Nima, how you doing?
Very well.
I love the hijab.
Thank you.
Pretty.
It's courtesy Miriam, one of our live audience, young girls that has been close to me. I won't say mentoring directly, but I talk to her every Wednesday when she comes here about how to invest and how to do things. And in 3 months, she learned tailoring and made the first hijab for me.
Wow.
It's beautiful.
Wow.
It's really
beautiful. And the first hijab?
The very first. She brought it for me on Wednesday, saying that I made it with you in mind.
Oh.
And my husband
the flower
that
thingy.
it is unfair to get this for free.
Yeah.
Good.
It's beautiful.
For free. Miriam, thank you. And then is
so whenever we're celebrating a Muslim-related event, should actually provide hijab for all of us.
I'm thinking of getting her hijabs for some promotion that someone needs to do.
Yeah, fantastic. This is beautiful. I would wear this.
Very nice. It's ready to wear. You just slip it on. All the flowers, all the brooches are there. She saw me struggling with the mic and brooch. And
she was smart enough.
She was smart enough to take care of that. Very good girl, a smart girl. But I wanted to talk about the 16th day of Ramadan. It's rounding up.
Okay.
And we're getting close to the last 10 days, the period of everything. My reflection is on the Muslim around the world network creator who passed. He was declared, he had cancer all over his body and he was given 7 months to live. But he lived for 3 years and he dedicated his entire life to charity in Africa. He was a multi-millionaire from Australia and he dedicated his entire life to Africa in charity.
Fantastic.
Cool. It is a point of reflection for Muslims around the world. That's what is trending amongst Muslims. I've seen everybody sharing the video, but I hope everybody's learning from his example.
Yeah. Fantastic. That's good.
I had a wonderful time yesterday. It's been a busy past few weeks. We've been having lots of bride at the makeup studio, and I need to shout out Benita's mom. I don't know her surname, but she watched the show, heard that I do makeup training, and she brought her daughter, and the girl has been catching up fast. But yesterday was Omozo's wedding.
Omozo, congratulations,
Omozo. You know how we wait and wait for things.
Right.
Omozo is my natural hairstylist for the past 4 years since I went natural, and she's been a wonderful friend.
You practically brought her to TVC.
No, I didn't. It was MM.
Oh, it was MM that
brought her. I met her here on TVC, during the show on TVC, and she's been a good friend. I use her studio. She gave me the first 3 months free. She's a wonderful, and sometimes all these people that are like getting married, quote unquote late, we're always under pressure, like, this person should marry, this person should marry. But when God's time, just be patient and enjoy the journey while you're single.
Okay, now.
So
she was a beautiful bride yesterday. I saw the
Bini,
you tried, you outdid yourself, Abi. Outdone.
Thank you.
Whatever.
Outdid yourself.
How are you doing? Your cold is getting...
Yes, I'm cold. I had to stop by at the hospital yesterday, so they said I had malaria. So I'm taking medications right now, and I hope to be fine soon. Then people have been buzzing me that we've not heard anything from you. You've not released any songs since. And I just want to use this opportunity to say that it's not easy when you don't have a record label. I've been funding myself since 2011. Wow. And a music video doesn't cost less than 1 million. I have over 6 music videos on YouTube. So if you know any record label that's looking to sign an artist, you can recommend them. You guys know I'm good. You know I'm good.
Fantastic. That's good. It's the life of an aspiring artist. It's not
easy when you're hustling.
Yeah, trying to blow.
Easy.
You soon blow. I won't be there when you blow.
I know. How you doing?
Man, I have some serious plumbing issues. I need a real... I mean, I wish we can have somewhere you can just call a number to get a plumber, electrician, those kind of... Because it's so difficult finding a proper...
Should have called me.
Hey, Nima is here.
You have a good
You know, I always meet those kind of things.
Just call Nima.
Hey, well, bros,
I have serious plumbing issues. Every bathroom, every kitchen, everything is just...
I have that challenge.
So you can hook me up.
Yeah, please do.
Fantastic. Just in case her person doesn't hook me up.
Nima for president.
Yes.
So Nima, you're very resourceful. Anything you need, just call Nima.
And it's very affordable. That's the thing.
Okay.
So we have a new name for you. You are now Lagos Yellow Pages. Let's go on a break. When we come back, we'll go through the front pages of the newspapers. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Thanks for staying with us. So we're going to start with The Punch. Printed in black today, obviously, because you lost your chairman. Buhari, Saraki, others mourn Wale Aboderin. That's the chairman of Punch newspapers. 2019, EFCC asked banks for corrupt customers list. President to youth, wait till after 2019 to contest for presidency. won't pay VAT again from June 14th, says airplane operators. Battered wife stabs husband to death in Lagos. PIGB suffers a setback as National Assembly reworks bill. Health workers slam federal government suspends 43-day strike. Court recognizes Ladirom as Ladoke Akintola's son. And Buhari's comments on National Assembly members on presidential, says Melaye. Should we take the human interest story or the chairman?
Let's just briefly talk about that Ladoke.
Yes, very
Justice Akintola was the son of Ladoke Akintola, but was not accepted by the wife, his stepmom. The two children that she had inherited from her letter of administration of the estate of the father. From 1968, he's been in court trying to establish himself as a biological child of Ladoke Akintola, and look at when judgment came out.
Since 1968.
Chineke.
So now he has a right to
the
estates now.
But the thing is that what will
be left of it?
It doesn't matter because you see, the lineage now recognizes him. Those kind of things are important.
Right. Is there no way to hasten judgments? Because the
that's
time lapse.
That's a different topic on this.
Yes, that's another day.
The chairman of Punch, we have to really so rest in peace. He died at the age of 60.
Badebo Wale Abodere.
He's the first son of the original chairman of the founding chairman.
Originally a pilot, he took over the reins of the newspaper company and brought it to where it is now.
Since 1984,
you can attest to it. But I had a privilege of talking to one of the staff who said, when he was chairman of Punch, you dare not have a relationship that is monetary or
yes,
as a reporter.
Remember Mr.
He raised their motivation, he took care of their welfare, and you, as a reporter, you do your job diligently without
serious standards for the papers.
Let's
take the human interest story.
So I have the human interest story. A teacher, Abimbola Olamide, was arrested for allegedly stabbing the husband in Ikorodu. According to her, she released a viral video saying that she acted out of self-defense, that they've been having domestic issues, and the man had always been beating her. There was a time she had to run away to her parents. They sent her back. She said, they asked her to leave the marriage. She said because of the love she had for the man, she wasn't going to leave, and she has 2 kids for the man. And then she came back. Now, in this particular fight, the guy locked the doors so that she wouldn't escape. So the knife actually, according to her story, was for her to threaten him, and it happened like that. So they've taken the corpse for autopsy.
As long as she can establish self-defense, she's going to be absolved completely. Really? I'm hoping that can be truly established. But you know how families now will not be
according to I said that families know,
neighbors know.
I can say it here again, if you're in a domestic violence relationship, leave.
Let's move on to Vanguard. Insubordination, cause of rising insecurity, says NSA. On presidential statement, Melaye asked Buhari to apologize to the National Assembly. Joining APC will not save you, presidency taunts corrupt politicians. Resident doctors threaten to embark on strike tomorrow. I was defending myself, says teacher that stabbed husband to death in Lagos. And drop your presidential ambition for now, Buhari begs youth.
So let me quickly just take that drop your presidential ambition because we've been having the Not Too Young to Run bill being pushed by a group of a private organized NGO, and they were able to get the Senate's president on board. They've made the adjustments. Now, a 35-year-old can run for presidency. States can be, a 25-year-old can run for State House of Assembly. You know, a 30-year-old can run for Federal House of Assembly. The Senate and the governors were not included in the amended, in this amendment concerning it. And the President mentioned that they should look into it. However, just after signing, he mentioned that the young people should still hold on their ambition for now. After 2019, they can decide to start.
I think he said that jokingly. I don't think he made it like, oh,
but every newspaper carries
because they like sensational news like that. You know how if I say, yeah, I've already declared 2019, don't even bother, that kind of thing. But don't over dramatize
the major headline in Vanguard. That'll be the major headline in Vanguard. So while
insubordination,
while facing the Senate Committee on Security, the NSA Babagana Munguno was saying that it is insubordination that has brought us to this level. Among all the security, it mentioned the DSS, it mentioned the police, saying that whenever he summons them, because he should be the face of the president on security, and they should be reporting to him directly, they do not come for meetings.
How will they come for meetings when even the IGP refused to listen to the president when they asked him to go to Maiduguri?
It's subordination.
It's the same thing.
But we have a major insecurity issue.
Yeah.
They should be working together.
And if the NSA is not that influential among the security agencies, I think there's a major problem. It's too major to be a side comment.
Okay. Let's move on to Daily Sun. Army, police impound dangerous weapons. Soldiers intercept 3 trucks of 300,000 live cartridges.
Yeah, that country has finished.
Court demands ex-governor Yero, ex-minister in custody. Tears tributes as Punch chairman Abodere passes on. Unilag prof in sex for marks mess. And Buhari signs not too young to run bill into law.
Okay.
So the
go ahead.
Major headline, the 81 Division of the Nigerian Army intercepted 3 trucks with 300,000 cartridges, live cartridges. And the driver, according to the story, the driver and the accomplices, when they saw the army troops, they took off, came down from the car and took off. Then they also mentioned that the Major General came out to say that they were able to achieve that because people had been calling, the neighbors had been calling when they saw something was happening.
And people in the environment
between
Lagos and Ogun State,
had been calling.
This truck was coming in from our land ports through Benin Republic to Lagos. My concern, Lagos, Ogun, Benin Republic, porous borders, and
but the fact that people are beginning to take responsibility, it's good.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on very quickly to Nigerian Tribune. Not too young to wrong law. Buhari signs bill surprise senators, governors not affected. Army intercepts 3 trucks. We talked about that already. Teacher stabs husband to death over transport fare in Lagos. Court orders police to pay 10 million naira for killing driver in Oyo. Pay 1.25 million per plot to become owners. Ambody tells Lasso land encroachers. Moving on very quickly.
They caught 10 million.
Yes, you read that?
Yes, I read that story. This happened in Shaki, Ukere International Market Road, where in 2016 March, a police shot, I can't place the name, Aliu Akim. Now, Akim's son took the police to court asking for 500,000, 500 million as payment, as compensation for killing his father.
Right.
And the case took so long. There's no, as in it was the person that was that killed Akim was found guilty. Right. There was no case of defense or anything. The man was defenseless, so it was not as if it was an attack. He just shot him in the head. So now it's going to be the boy is going to be paid 10 million naira. I pray
that's a far cry from 500 million.
Well, at least I hope he gets it because this is a judgment, and we hope they actually
usually
carry out.
The court will check whether the money was
it's commensurate.
What is demanding is commensurate.
Okay.
But it's not like they're paying for the life.
Okay, moving on now to New Telegraph. Ex-Governor Jonathan's minister sent to prison over 800 million naira. Ex-VC Unilag prof in sex scandal. Don says she's a blackmailer. Once demanded 400,000 naira from me. Will probe allegations, says the varsity management. And stock markets post 1.1 trillion naira loss in May. Nima has that story.
I read it in the Vanguard, so the Vanguard didn't reveal the name of the student or that of the lecturer, but a former commissioner, former VC of the school, has been harassing this poor girl sexually, and she came to a blogger and said, it's not because I'm concerned about my marks anymore. She's completely giving up, but I just want him to stop. Demoralizing these young ladies in the department. The department is the English department in Unilag. And I love the fact that the Unilag has come out to say they will take this thing up seriously, and they've called out on people to respectfully, bring out whatever evidence they can to help them in the investigations of this. So hopefully in a few weeks, we'll find out how far they've gone with it.
Johesu story, who has that story?
Okay, I have the story.
Go ahead.
Okay, so Johesu has agreed to suspend the strike so that they can deliberate more. And this came as a result of the deliberations they had with a fruitful deliberation with the Senate President, Saraki. So let's hope some...
The 4 convictions we have from Kaduna. So there was a protest when they said that their former governor of Kaduna State, Yero, was being remanded. But now there's a conviction that he was culpable in spending 800 million naira to bribe INEC officials, and they trailed the money in 2 batches. 700 million and 190 million was dispersed to INEC officials. So this is a good conviction for...
Yeah. Unfortunately, we can't go too far, but the rest, The Guardian, waits until 2023. President Buhari tells Nigerian youths. And I think this day, Buhari signs not too young to run bill. That's the biggest story in the papers today. That's good work on the side of the NGO for pushing that bill for us.
Yeah.
So that's all we can take on Front Page Review. When we come back, we discuss the controversy surrounding Falz's music video, and later we discuss our guest. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. So, this new music video, This Is Nigeria, by Folarin Falana, popularly known as Falz. The bad guy has generated a heated controversy on social media, actually. In the video, Falz addressed a number of topical issues, like headsmen, Chibok, Dapchi girls, etc. However, the video has been met with mixed reactions, largely due to the sensitive issues it addresses. Watch a clip, just a clip.
Extremely poor, and the medical facilities are poor. We operate a predatory neo-colonial capitalist system which is founded on fraud and exploitation, and therefore you are bound to have corruption institutionalized. Many criminal cases are settled in police stations. I beg the naked. This is Nigeria. Look how I'm living now. Look how I'm living now. Everybody be criminal. This is Nigeria. Look how we living now. Look what we eating now. Everybody be criminal. This is Nigeria. Just because I'm on TV now. Person will not get work is checking to see if my watch is original. This is Nigeria. Whether Madam Philomena. Money vanish for your office, 36 million, you tossing an animal. This is Nigeria. Never any recession. When looters and killers and stealers are still contesting election. Politicians with thieves, some billion and billion, you know they go prison. Police station they close by 6. Security reason. My brothers and sisters, I want you to put your hands up right now, because your miracle is coming this week. If you believe me, let me hear you say amen. This is Nigeria. Praise and worship, we're singing out. Pastor put his hand on the breast of his member, he's pulling the demon out. This is Nigeria. No electricity daily. Young people are still working multiple jobs and they talk say we lazy. This is Nigeria. There's plenty wahala shot. Fulani heads, man, still they slaughter. Carry people, they massacre. This is Nigeria. Bombs in my area. This is democracy. Political hysteria. Yahoo Yahoo don't see everywhere now, and we act like it's so cool. Casting the P and being castigated just for trying to be noble. This is Nigeria.
Yes, so for those of you that haven't watched that, that's the video. Now, a couple of days ago, I was in Enugu, and we're discussing hate speech, and it was NBC trying to organize broadcasters to understand and recognize hate speech, because we don't want to heat up the polity or provoke people to violence. And one of the broadcasters from Kaduna got up and said, "Oh, have people seen the new Falz video?" He said, "It's hate speech." What? And I said, okay, so I was surprised when he said that. And then after doing the break, I now called him for a conversation. I said, in your view, why would you say Falz's video constitutes hate speech? And it mentioned 3 things. It says, number 1, the fact that they have young girls in hijab it can be sensitive to certain regions in Nigeria. And it's not appropriate. That in itself can provoke anger. There's a part, according to him, that the video said, we're all criminals. That's generalization. And there's also a part where a Fulani man or a northern man was playing his music, stands up, gets a cutlass, and slashes. That in itself can also provoke. So, but on the flip side, people are saying, hey, he's only telling us what we know. So, in your view, do you agree that this, yes, he's telling us our issues, but does it constitute, can it provoke or get people to the point of violence?
Everything that we've experienced in recent years in Nigeria.
Right.
He addressed everything. So listening to the audio, I had to, unfortunately, I saw the video before the audio. I had to lock my mind out of the video to enjoy the song,
right,
to understand him. And he said everything that is happening. He's just, relating it. But you see, when it comes to, when you talk about creativity of videos, it comes, for me, I don't know about production that much, but the sensitivities and the use of the hijab should have been respected.
Right.
I love the fact that everybody in the media, Nedi Muslim, Aweda, everybody wrote on social media about it rather than, us have this. Because that was what he was talking about. Those sensitivities could have provoked anything. Number one is that the hijab girls in the video, according to him, represented the Chibok girls. Yeah. They are not dancing where they are.
Right.
That's the truth. The use of the hijab is not meant, is not a dancing tool. Right. I love the fact that at least people can see now that you can do anything in the hijab. Right. It's not an hindrance to success. Because some people think it's supposed to be. But the girls there wore it and they were able to be active that much.
You think that it might come across as offensive to certain people?
Creativity you should have explored how, or whoever the producer of the video was should have understood how the Muslim woman in hijab should, comport herself.
Right. Okay.
I will not presume to understand what the hijab means to a Muslim. I will not presume to understand the enormity of what it represents to your religion. However, all through that video was a constant reminder that there are people who we see in our mind, whenever we think of Chibok, we don't even realize that some of them are Christians. Yeah. We don't realize that some of the people that are kidnapped are Christians. All we think of the symbolism of hijab is beyond your religion anymore in Nigeria. Right. Yes. It's a symbol associated with people that have been taken advantage of and have been kidnapped. Yes. So showing them all through the video is an artistic presentation of one of the major issues we have in Nigeria, which is kidnapping. And how you will see it, I will see it will be different. Right. But I'm happy you mentioned that your religious media personalities have buttressed the fact that this is wrong, but we are not against the message
the song sensitivity depicts. Of the matter. It's not so much of the concept, it's the sensitivity. Okay, it's respecting.
Can I say that? Is not understanding. The dancing
is not right.
A Muslim woman in hijab
will not dance.
Hijab means that there's a comportment. It's your rule to appear in public.
I have seen hijabites dancing in Dubai.
This is privately, Morayo, in women areas. Right. There's a way you wear. You see, when we are together, I can take off the hijab. Right. I am still in hijab. Right. Because I'm with women.
But let me come you. Let's not leave the issue on ground. Right. I will commend Falz because the video is creative and forward-thinking, and it is most importantly a message to give us an awakening. According to some of the videos that he had given to people, he said the motivation behind the song was to create an awakening in the minds of Nigerians, to spark a reaction in a positive direction. And that brought to mind the scripture that says, James 1:22 to 25, that says, "Be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, thereby deceiving yourselves." And it's like a man who looks in the mirror, walks away, forgetting what he has seen in the mirror. I'm not done. Forgetting what he has seen in the mirror. Now, this is a national mirror. The song is like a national mirror, showing us every problem that we have. But the problem is, what is the next step? Do we just talk about it and forget? What are the solutions?
Let me pause you for a second on the issue of national mirror. Because the governments are trying really hard to make us understand that these people killing farmers are not Fulani herdsmen. Are not all, some might be, and some might not. So they try to make them, they are herdsmen, they're the militia, right? They're this herdsman militia. So let us not tag a certain tribe as, oh, it's the Fulani herdsman. They're trying to make us, but if you now do a video where you are portraying a Fulani man, obviously. So what you're doing right now is trying to tell us that you're sticking it in our mind that it's a Fulani.
But the Fulani started.
What does that? So that's the representation.
Why is it that we always just pick some issues? There is a white garment. I was born in CNS Church.
Right. And
they are wearing the white garment, which is a symbol of holiness also. Right. And they are jumping around and pulling out demon from somebody's breast. It is a negative depiction of a good religion. But we are not dealing with that negative depiction because is it false? Is the statement false? Right. Is it that we don't have more, Christians in white garments feigning deliverance and pulling out demons.
Right.
Is it false that there are Fulani people, a few of them, who as headsmen have killed people?
Okay.
Is every situation that was
issue.
picked,
Okay,
is it
now
false?
let me give
if
free
there's
advice.
any truth
Right.
in any of those statements, can
Let's
we
take the
focus
truth.
on the truth?
Okay, point taken. Yes,
May
Nima.
I suggest that the unknown Fulani man should have been depicted as unknown rather than a complete Jed Fulani man.
Right.
Because the truth is, nobody can conclusively say
Right. That
a Fulani man has been the one arrested.
Exactly.
Till date, we don't have a prosecution.
Right.
Okay.
Can we conclude that?
Right. Right.
That's one.
Yes.
Number two, I saw This is America because it's the cover of another song.
Yeah.
Can the ladies in hijab depict captivity, forceful conversion to religion without dancing in the hijab? Right. Can they? Can they?
Yeah.
Yes, they
So
can.
we got the message,
now, number
Nima.
3, to Tokwe's reply. Yeah. The people in this celestial garment are not objecting to it.
Right.
But we have these sensitivities.
Right.
We are speaking up.
Right. Right. So it's not so much we're not appreciating the truth in the creativity.
I said
it's
they're
just
not denying
respect the various tribes.
Cannot please everybody.
Right.
No matter how
Hang
they
in
do
there,
this
let me let
video.
You
Obviously
cannot
jump in here.
disrespect everybody either.
The thing with creative art is reality is being picked and depicted in any form according to the writer's creativity. One of the problems we have in this country is we always leave the main issue to handle trivialities. Okay. This one is complaining, you talked about my religion like this.
Trivial.
That one is complaining, you talked about my religion. We are
Can
forgetting the
you be
crux of the matter.
Let me explain
Let me pause you
something.
for a
There's something
second.
called arts. Morale, please, 1 minute. In arts, there's something called criticism.
Okay.
If I were a PhD professor in arts, I would criticize this video on any basis.
Effectively.
And sensitivity is one
Nima.
strong basis.
Nima,
You don't say it like that.
hang in there. Let me just take a call, then I'll come back to you. Yakub, are you still there? Sorry for keeping you. Oh, he's out. I'm sorry about that. Okay, yes. So we're going to go on a quick break. When we come back, this conversation is going to continue. We're going to bring in our guests to also hear his views on this. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. So, Tolulokpe Taurid Musa, popularly known as TM Niger, is a Nigerian artist. He's an incredible singer with a touch of perfection and distinction. His song has gained the attention of both the young and the old. He has won several awards. Welcome to the show, yes, TM Niger. You can call us on 070-806-68014. You can also tweet to us at TVC Connect, please, hashtag YourViewTVC. So we're going to continue our conversation on this. This is Nigerian music video. We're going to hear your views on that. In your thoughts, what do you think that video depicts to Nigerians?
Man, I think it's a great message, like for everybody. It's the awareness is awesome.
Okay.
Right.
You know, like most of we artists, we only channel our energy on negative stuff most times. You know, we always talk about sad attractions, and also for us to do that, it's really awesome. Like, it's great.
So while I know there are serious issues with this video, and while I don't agree with Ijabite dancing, it's like in Christian religion too, where you don't have everybody complying with one set rule. You know, like some Christians would wear trousers, and some would say it is against the Bible. Right. I have seen Ijabites dancing. However, because of the sensitivity of what Ijab represents, and in a sensitive country like Nigeria, I wouldn't like to, I don't think that it was the best approach to have Ijabite dancing all through. However, can we just note something, that when you are yabbing science students and yabbing Yahoo being promoted, a man that is at the peak of his career dared to sing a political song. He dared to go away from just thinking of making money and did a song about raising awareness of Nigerians. Can we just forget all this religious events?
In doing that, don't you think that that awareness should be done in good taste? Not such that certain groups of people will feel offended.
That's why Mariah, politicians, a lot of artists don't talk about politics.
Yes,
they shy away because they don't want it to taint their career.
Yeah.
What do you agree with that?
Yeah, we all stay away from that. Like trying to talk about societal ills or social vices and putting it into our songs, talking about what's going on. It affects the brand, you know, most of them, because most times you
remember African China, before you come in, please. Yes. African China, when he did that Food No Day, he had to run away from the country because he had to save his life. So let us even start from commending this guy that he's putting his foot down. And you know, music is a tool for societal change.
When I started, I said there's no denying the message.
Absolutely.
So let me reiterate it again. There's no denying the honesty of that message. Yeah. But the creativity of the video showed that there was not proper research. The hijabite woman in hijab is not dancing shaku shaku.
Right.
Not, and I said it before. Right. The girls who have been converted forcefully are not dancing.
Right.
They could have worn that hijab in that video and it would be respected.
Right.
Because the woman would have been seen in a way the hijab is. If in fact, the producer of that video could have made the women in the video wear the hijab and show them in captivity.
Yeah. Right. Okay, but the other part of the fact that she said we're all criminals. Are we all criminals? I mean, that's a generalization. Why would anybody say we're all criminals? That in itself, that in itself can provoke certain people.
Yes, and including himself.
I agree to that.
Yeah, talk about
There was an addendum to that. He said a university student is coming back from the club and he's trying to say to a police official that I am not a criminal, I'm a student, I went to groove. There is nothing wrong with students going to the club. It's part of them exhibiting childhood exuberance. They should just have social life. But in Nigeria, once you are seen at 11 p.m. 12, you are seen as a criminal. Is that a lie? It's not.
It's not.
If he was saying something that was false, we would agree.
That means we should not take the words at face value. Because it's deep. Like this explanation you just gave now, everybody is perceived as a criminal. Does not mean we are all criminals, so to speak.
The Fulani part.
Yes,
I said earlier. I mean, that in itself, I want to hear your views on that. It's depicting that it's a Fulani man that takes a cutlass and breaks and beheads somebody. That in itself is wrong.
Maybe because I'm an artist and I know that the way we express ourselves, we come from a crazy angle that a normal man or woman would not understand.
Yes, sir.
When I saw that video, I didn't start castigating the Fulani people because I know that by their profession, they are the headsmen. First of all, even before we start thinking that other people are coming to infiltrate them, they are the original headsmen. And we've been having headsmen clashes. So it doesn't mean that all of them are bad.
Okay, let me come to our guest. In your view, do you think, yes, we should have good creativity with this kind of music, but do you think we should also find a way to be sensitive to these areas, or should we just say it exactly as it is? Because we love to say it as it is, but at the same time, there's a thin line between what is right and what is not, what's perceived to be right and not so right. So, in your view, how would you have done this video better? Or if you think it's perfectly fine the way it is?
It's perfect the way it is.
Really?
It's perfect.
He's an artist.
Seriously, like
he's a creative person.
Yeah, apart from being an artist, I when you talk about shooting videos, or when you want to shoot like musical videos, there's a way you translate your lyrics. And I believe when I watched the video, I said to myself, wow, this is a great, this is a perfect video for the song. Like the illustrations, the action, everything, it all went well. Like, it was great.
Okay, I have a call. Morning, are you there? Yakub, thanks for calling.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Go ahead, please.
Mariah, I really love what you're always doing in that video because you always direct the station very well. Having said that, Mariah, this kind of a video can only happen in Nigeria where there is no any control. Why am I saying that? Mariah, let me pick some certain things out of that video. Number one, you mentioned that somebody said that we are lazy. I want every one of us to go through that Mr. President's speech. When he outside the country, there's nowhere he mentioned Nigerian youth are lazy. There's no word of lazy there. That's number one. Number two, the people on hijab, as Sister Nima rightly said earlier, how could you put hijab on a lady and dancing the way they are dancing? Instead of you to put that hijab, make sure that Nigerian people look at them, they are in captivity. Are you getting what I'm trying to say now? No. Another one out of that video is this. You said that Fulani X-Men are the ones that are killing people. I can tell you, Morayo, I've been relating with these people in my village. I slept in their own house in my village. Fulani people are not killers.
Right.
Some of them, the people that are killing people are just primarily criminals.
Okay.
You cannot tell Nigeria that Fulani people are the killers.
All right, thank you very much.
Come out because there's no regulation.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We have a few
Yes,
tweets.
yes,
Jeremiah Annette says, you people should not forget that literature mirrors the society, and how can this be done? DJ Biggie Ray says, Falz the Bad Guy did a good job. There might be mistakes from the video, but we should not forget the message of the song. Shade Raji says, for God's sake, we should face reality. The truth is being depicted. Applaud the guy for his creativity. Okoyemi says, people react to issues differently. It is wrong to tell people how to feel to a certain issue. You can't pinch me and insist I must feel the way you will. Respect me irrespective of your creativity.
Tiami Ulawa says, the video was a mischief taken too far. Falz connotes everything wrong with our system by using a very offensive graphics to achieve a silly point with no drill-down solutions to our problems.
Whoa. Wow. Okay, let me take this call. Do you agree with that? I'll come to you. Let me take this call. Morning, are you there?
Yeah, good morning.
Morning, America. Go ahead, please.
Thank you. I do not, that video that I watched now is well-coordinated one. There's nothing to criticize there. The guy has just exhibited or shown what is happening in the country. So he has not, there's nothing to criticize. I believe the guy has done a very good job. The artist has done a very good job.
Thank you very much, Emeka. Now, for people saying he has done a good job, for people saying there's nothing wrong with the video, is that a reflection of who really are in Nigeria?
Yes.
We don't really, we don't really have that, I don't want to use the word respect, it's too strong, or regard for other people's sensitivities. We are like, you know what, we live in Lagos, we are free, we don't care what the person in the north feels. Or, is it a true reflection of who we are? Like, we don't understand how this video, because I remember that meeting I went to. The man is from Kaduna. He works in Kaduna. Immediately said, this video is hate speech.
His views doesn't count.
For you as the southerner, you don't
his views doesn't count.
You don't understand.
I think what happened.
Is it a reflection of who we really are? That we don't really care about each other's ethnicity, sensitivities, and all that?
No, that's not the way we are. Like, now there's no room for sentiment. Like, it doesn't have to be, oh, are we all criminals? When he said criminal, doesn't mean everybody's a criminal. You understand? But they are criminals. You understand? So
for me, I think it's about perception. It's about the way everybody views life from different lenses, depending on your reality. It's the way some people are seeing this as the cup is half full, the cup is half empty. So the thing is, let us not go away from the crux of the matter. Let's understand that, okay, we know that the hijab and it shouldn't have been, according to some people. For other people, I see the hijab girls and I remember Chibok. I didn't feel because they were dancing shaku shaku.
So it didn't provoke you?
It didn't provoke me.
Okay,
The thing is, you can't please everybody.
But you must respect people.
You should respect people. So I would expect that Falz should do a rejoinder video. Explaining his respect for the Islam religion and the hijab. Because I know that it wasn't his intention to disrespect the hijab. But knowing that he has seen that depiction offends the sensitivity of the hijabites, he should explain that part. But moving ahead, this is why artists would run away from political sensitive issue. No other artist, seeing the way the backlash has faced Falz, would dare to speak up against the government. Is there any Muslim that is not suffering from the issues in the society? Is there any one of them that goes to hospital and is not feeling like this thing could be done better? Is there any one of them that drives at night that would not be accused of being a criminal before first being perceived as innocent? Can we just focus on the bigger issue?
What are the solutions?
All of us are being pinched by this thing.
Gotcha.
And so somebody has dared to speak up against this pinching.
Let's go on a quick break. When we come back, we'll now talk to our guests. Sorry, we had to bombard you. But do you have last comments on this issue?
No, not at all.
Okay, let's go on a break. When we come back. You have? Let me let you throw in your last comments on this issue.
So, being...
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Big Dre on the beat. tia. So Swanee and Giant tia. Go to see to come out we celebrate tia. Ah, celebrate tia. Baba Shile Kumayo. Every day me want to sing live. Every day me want to sing oh happy day. Oh happy day. Listen now, I love Tibagam. Call me out. Angeli don't be to me today. Magic dollar. Magic dollar. Angeli don't be to me today. Magic dollar. Magic dollar. One try lati rate you. I wonder how one come direct you. Pẹ̀lú calculator one calculate you. Ah, yes you. Ó fẹ́ mọ̀ kí ni so tia. So Swanee and Giant tia. Go to see to come out we celebrate tia. Ah, celebrate tia. Baba Shile Kumayo. Every day me want to sing like.
Whoa. Wow.
Beautiful.
Fantastic beat. Goodness me. How you doing, Tia Niger?
I'm fine.
That's a hit right there.
Yeah,
Amen.
it's beautiful.
Amen.
It's beautiful. So let me ask you, did you find music or did music find you? One.
Okay.
And, you know, we know music is a tool to correct societal vices.
Yeah, so.
Are you thinking along the line of, you know, making a song based on the happenings in the country? Should we expect something from you?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So did music find you?
I did.
When did you start?
I started way back, this is 2010, officially.
Right.
Yeah,
And
so
how did you start? What ignited that passion for music?
It started way back from secondary school though, but you know, growing into it, you know, trying to do music every day.
Right.
You know, then you grow, then you start creating songs. Then officially we started with my first single.
Right.
You know, 2010 featured J1 Solid Star.
Okay.
I Wish. You know, then we later did another record, and that is Anti-Bimbo.
Right.
And that one featured Jobless.
Yeah.
You know, that was...
So I want to ask you a question. If you were here from the beginning, you'd have heard that Obiajulu, who is also Igbo rapper.
Oh
That's
my
English
God.
and Igbo rapper.
Seriously.
Was talking about how challenging it is to finance yourself in this industry. And I remember a very, very long post by Baba D saying that this music industry is a scam. And that many people spend so much money doing videos
and everything
and flaunting lifestyle that is not realistic, that nobody can make that kind of money as an artist. What are your expectations concerning your music, and do you believe this belief that people that are spending so much money in artists into this industry are actually using it as a way to siphon their own money? Scam,
right? No, not really. Not everybody does scam. Like most people just want to do the music business in entertainment, sign artists, put money into it, then sell the craft and all, then make money in return. So I don't see it that way, though.
How did you get a record? Yeah, how you signed your label?
I'm my own CEO.
So you're also funding?
Yes, so.
Yourself?
Yes, so. But I got signed, like I said before, I got signed 2010, 2012, 2014, so. Right. So I've been to like 3 record labels, so eventually I felt...
So what happened that you didn't I wanted to go there.
Yeah, we deal finished now. Then everybody need pathways and all. So.
Run me through what happens when you get signed.
Okay.
And then what do you do for the record label? What do you get in return? So, because you said deal finished.
Yeah, according to
before you run out of the deal.
No, according to the contract, all you do is you create songs. They are the management, they are the company. They know what to do with it. Okay. They promote it, they sell it, they bring in shows for you, you perform. You know, that's your work as an artist. So
this beat we just heard, you did it yourself and you're promoting it yourself?
Yeah, everything is usual. Yeah,
this one should blow now. This one.
Amen.
There are a lot of things.
What's this guy's name? This guy, one of these guys that ran out of his record label was saying they was being paid peanuts.
Oh, Kiss Daniels.
Yes, so many of them.
Was being paid peanuts.
Yeah, Kiss.
What was your relationship like with the producers? Because I want to understand how production companies take advantage of artists. Do they encourage you, or do they give you slavery kind of product?
Not every label encourages artists. You know, some just want to enslave you, like basically. Right. But the truth is, big shout out to every record company. You know, they're doing a great job. Like you know, believing in somebody and spending money and all. It's not easy, you know. So
they have to make their money back.
Just in case anybody wants interested, they can hook you up. They can holler, right?
Me, I don't do expensive now. You know, so.
Let me take this call. Morning, are you there?
Yeah, good morning.
Hey, thanks for calling. Go ahead, please. Oui.
I've been waiting to be on this program for like my best program. We are doing the anniversary together. It belongs to all of us, and I love you ladies. You are my mentor and everything. God bless all of you.
Thank you.
And we love you, artists. We love you very much. Your song is very beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I'd like to contribute to that for Falz. It's so painful that it's getting across to some people. But in Nigeria, it's right time we take our eyes over what does not really affect us. We're in pain, if only all of us can feel it. I think some of us just leave because it has not been dumped at our doorstep yet. I feel bad. My birthday was May 14th, and then after I had fun on that day, somebody posted something on my Facebook, something about Leah, and I'm like, Leah's birthday was May 14th, and this girl has been in captivity for that long, and I was having fun. I cried at the end of the day. Right. If it has not been dumped at our back door, we would not feel this pain. We think it's okay. It's that time we look past everything that does not make sense and we look at the message itself. That is in the face.
Thank you very much. I hardly do this, but may I quickly use this opportunity to respond because Onyi has brought it up again. Sitting on this show for 4 years, or over 4 years, 5 years now, if you don't understand what I represent here, it means that you don't understand the show. Right. I am not just a Muslim woman. I represent the views of Muslim people. And when I sit here, I talk about killings everywhere in the world. I talk about justice system and the failure of the systems. I talk about security system being biased, being not neutral, not being proactive. I talk about government policies every day. Exactly. When I talk about my sensitivity, and you want to belittle it, it means that you do not understand what is called the entire show, your view. Right. I see people come on pages and saying, you are forgetting the issue. Nobody is saying, Falz did not highlight the issue. I have reiterated that over and over. Right. Falz highlighted the issue clearly. But the video, the creativity, they obviously lacked research.
I have to tweet here, please. Sheikh Party says, why do we like deceiving ourselves in this country? Those girls that the Boko Haram used to bomb us at the markets and place of worship, what do they put on, please? The other person, Kingsley J, says, the girls in hijab also depict vibrant young girls who were taken from their normal lives at home in scholarship with friends and family to captivity in Sambisa forest. You can see the girls with hands on their waists, meaning they are waiting for Nigerian government to rescue them. So for me, it's all about
Bimbola also said that the important thing in this video is making people think about the issues around us now. If we want to get upset, we should also get upset with Black Panther movies' use of Sambisa and hijab.
Yeah. All right. So let's go back to our guest, please. So what are you working on right now? Let's.
Yeah, that's the new project. On the red. The title is On the Red. The new single, new video, and that's what we're pushing right now.
Oh, great! Yeah, I like that song.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Cool. So are you doing this full time or part time?
Yeah, full time.
Full time.
Yeah, full time.
Whoa. That's scary.
Yes, it is. Let me take more to it, please. Abdul Ganio Ajile says, some artists have no sense of history. You don't expect them to have respect for others. To hell with him and his supporters. Saint Anita, that's somebody's tweet, Saint Anita says, when girls dance naked in music video, nobody says anything. No. Falz video is simply on point. Savage says, no one is talking about the abuse of codeine that was depicted. No one is talking about the issues of SARS that was depicted. It's only the hijab. Nigerians are the problems of Nigeria.
Unfortunately, we have to round up. You know, I think I would like to say a few words on this because I don't think anybody here has said the hijab is the issue. No. I think it's the respect of the hijab. That, you see, and because we are non-Muslims, some of us are non-Muslim, all we are saying here, we all agree on this couch that every issue that was depicted was accurate, absolutely. Yes. But we don't want people's personal perceptions, the producer's personal perception of a certain group to be depicted in such a way that everybody sees and says, oh yeah, it's Fulani headsmen that actually, and when the government has come to us over and again that, yes, there are militias from all over, yes, some of them are Fulani and some are not. So it's unfair to castigate an entire tribe, that these are the groups of people that actually kill heads, kill farmers. That's one angle. Somebody who's wearing a hijab saying, I appreciate that you think they're vibrant girls. Wait, but for me, hijab is sacred. It's sacred. So if you're going to depict it in the capacity of
modest form of...
In the best form.
The women in hijab are modest.
She's not objecting to the message. We all agree on the message. I think we can round up there.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can. Have a fabulous weekend. We'll see you Monday. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
All these people you see, you know fit to rely on. Are you? I want lion. Well, it's just busy kitty, but more nylon. Oh, nice, yo. She Baba Zion. To bash you when you want it, Baba right.